History is one of the reasons why body counts matters. Why? Because poor choices are one thing. But you know what? When you don't value yourself, that's a whole other thing. And every single person who's been promiscuous, they did not value themselves. So it's hard to come back from not valuing yourselves. It's bigger than just the act or the actions. It's the fact that you did not even value yourself, so you were just giving yourself away. That is a huge predictor of future reactions and responses. You guys are like, no, that's not. Yes, if you're promiscuous, that means you do not value yourself. Man, woman, boy, or girl, if you're promiscuous, you don't value yourself. Welcome everybody to I'm Just Talking Podcast, man. I can't wait. The moment is here. Episode 3, we're going to talk about forecasting. Sunny, rainy, snowy. We're going to get into it today, man. You're going to know how your relationship is going to turn out today for sure. Are y'all ready? I'm so ready to go. Let's get it. All right, family, we're on our push to 1,000 subscribers. As of right now, we have 35. So go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button, share with everybody you know, tell everybody you know about this podcast. It's gonna help everybody. I'm gonna help you, you're gonna help me. We're gonna have a great time, man. Run it up to 1,000, let's go. We're gonna talk about forecasting today. You're gonna forecast your relationship. We're gonna learn all the tricks, all the tips. You're gonna know how to read people, understand, and forecast how they're going to be in the future. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get it. All right, here you go. You guys wanted it. Here it goes. I'm going to show you how to forecast any relationship. You're going to know how things are going to work out in your relationship by these simple few things. You ready? First thing you got to do is you got to analyze past behavior. A person's past matters. A person's past matters. It absolutely matters. Those are your data points to see how they're going to react and respond potentially in the future. The most reliable indicator of future behavior is what? History. What someone has done in the past, what they're capable of, what they're prone to, what they're predisposed to. All those things are great indicators for the future. So you got to review their actions, their decisions. You got to review all these things to understand where they could potentially go. So you got to review their actions, their decisions. You got to check their reactions. All these things can help you predict their patterns. All their reactions, how they talk, how they respond, all the things in the past relationships matter, how they acted in past relationships, if they cheated in past relationships, if they were a good spouse, if they were a good mate in past relationships, absolutely matters. History matters. Your past matters. History is one of the reasons why body counts matters. Why? Because poor choices are one thing. But you know what? When you don't value yourself, that's a whole other thing. And every single person who's been promiscuous, they did not value themselves. So it's hard to come back from not valuing yourselves. It's bigger than just the act or the actions. It's the fact that you did not even value yourself, so you were just giving yourself away. That is a huge predictor of future reactions and responses. You guys are like, no, that's not. Yes, if you're promiscuous, that means you do not value yourself. Man, woman, boy, or girl, if you're promiscuous, you don't value yourself. Value is primarily determined by supply and demand, representing the price the buyer is willing to pay and the price the seller is willing to accept. It is fundamentally influenced by scarcity or rarity and utility, usefulness. What's that mean? If you give yourself to everyone, you're not rare. And no matter how useful you are, if you're not rare, you lose some value. You're not valuable. You're not as valuable, I should say. The usefulness of an item combined with its rarity or scarcity, that's how you determine your worth. And so if you give yourself to everyone, then you're not rare, you're not scarce, and so you actually don't have a lot of value. Not as a human, but in relationships. If many people can have you, then guess what? Your value is low. Most things in life that are valuable, most people can't afford and don't get access to. Everyone can't just go get a Rolls Royce. Everyone just can't go get a Bentley. You have to qualify for those things. And so if you are a person who gives yourself away a lot, then guess what? You don't have self-value. You don't understand how value is determined. This goes for men and women. Not just women, men and women. A man who was walking around trying to smash anything walking, you know what he is? He's on clearance. His value is on clearance. A man that few women can get, guess what? He's like an ultra luxury brand. Why? Because few women qualify for him. He's not walking around trying to hit everything. Only a few women or a few choice women actually get a chance at him. That guy is ultra high value. All right, sweet. And conversely, a woman who gives it away or exchange it for money, you know what? She doesn't value herself and she doesn't value other women. She doesn't value herself and she doesn't value other women. But guess what? A woman who does value other women, she's chaste. She's respectable, and that proves that she values other women, because every woman who sleeps around not only devalues herself, she devalues every woman and makes the price or value of all women go down. However, even worse than body count, you know what, is a high relationship count. You know why? Because a high body count means that you don't value yourself, but a high relationship count means you don't value relationships. Those type of people don't even care about relationships. I don't care if I get married. I don't care if I break up a home. I don't care about my mom and dad working out. I don't care about my sister. I don't care about my aunts and uncles' relationships working out, because I don't even value relationships, period. So it's important to understand that people who have high relationship counts, they are the biggest red flag there is out there. And guess what? A person who has a high relationship count, they are going to be horrible in relationships. And I mean horrible. You caught that? Horrible in relationships. So a high relationship count means you don't value relationships. And guess what? Relationships are the building blocks of society. That means you don't value society. A person like that, man, I can guarantee you get in a relationship with someone like that, they're not going to value you or the relationship or your parents' relationship or your relationship with other people. They're not going to value any of that. Why? Because those are the building blocks of society, and they don't even value relationships. That is a poor choice. And guess what? If you get in a relationship with them, your forecast is going to be cloudy with a chance of divorce. What individuals do is more revealing than what they say. You always heard that before. Watch what people do, not what they say, especially when assessing consistency and honesty. Pay attention to what they do. See if what they do matches what they say. If a person's actions don't match their words, you can never trust what they say. If a person's actions don't match their words, you can never trust what they say. If a person says they love you, but are willing to purposely harm you or publicly embarrass you, guess what? Those two actions and words don't mix. Love does not go with hurt. Love does not go with embarrassment, especially public humiliation. So if their words don't match their actions, you can never trust what they say. If their words don't match their actions, you can always expect in the future to be disappointed when they tell you something. I'm trying to help y'all out, man. You can expect in the future to be disappointed by what they say. Why? Because their actions don't match their words. And that's a big deal when you're trying to forecast what kind of partner there's going to be. If a person is not there when they say they're going to be there, if they don't show up one time, if they don't do what they said they're going to do, if they always keep saying things and not doing the same thing, that is your sign to understand, man, this is a pattern. This is a thunderstorm coming in into your relationship, man. They don't do what they say. It's going to be cloudy, muggy, rainy every single day. The next thing is empathy and perspective taking. If you want to understand and be able to predict the future for a person, you need to understand their perspective, have some empathy, and take their position. Understand their perspective. Considering the situation from the other person's perspective can improve prediction accuracy. So if you can see or feel it or understand it from their side, then you can predict what's going to happen next. I'm gonna help you out. Here is the big reveal. Y'all ready? Here's the big reveal. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, so if you're trying to understand a man, guess what? You have to know that 2 + 2 = 4. You got to know that 2 + 2 = 4. What's that mean? The facts and details matter. When you're talking to a man, dealing with a man, the facts and details actually matter. When you speak to him, guess what? He expects you to bring some evidence and some examples. Not feelings and emotions, some evidence and some examples. Don't lead with how you feel or how you think he feels. You better come with some evidence and some examples. And then you can understand how he's going to react. If you speak to him poorly and other men politely, guess what? The fact suggests that you like those other men over him. Or you like or love those other men over him. Because those are the facts. That's 2 2+2. If you do this, then your forecast with him is going to be cold. He's going to be short with you. And guess what? The romance will die. I'm trying to help you out, man. You're going to be able to forecast that. Why? Because you don't have facts and you're playing off emotions and you're not understanding that 2+2 = 4. Guess what? He might even view you as the enemy. Why? Because when it comes to facts, people that you like or love, you treat favorably. People that you don't like, you treat poorly. So if he's getting treated politely and I'm getting treated poorly, guess what? Then the facts say you don't like me. You don't love me. If you treat any man better than him, and I mean any man, brother, cousin, dad, if you treat any man better than him, that's going to suggest that you love them more than him. Those are the facts. You got to understand how to approach a man and how to deal with him on his level. Empathy and understanding to be able to predict what's going to happen. If you don't come with facts, guess what? You're going to get cold. You're going to get blocked. You're going to get rejection. You better come with some facts and some examples, some receipts, as they say. You better come to a man with that thing, not your feelings and emotions, how you feel. You better come with facts and details. All right, fellas, when you're trying to understand a woman, this is how you have to approach her. 2+2 can equal anything. You got to understand that 2+2 can equal anything. Why? Because facts are not really important. They're important to you, but they're not necessarily important to her. Facts are not really important. When you speak to her, she wants her feelings to be treated like they're facts. You have to create an environment where her feelings can be safe, expressed, and how they come across. The easiest way to do this is, guess what? Just listen to them and accept them. Listen to them and accept them. Don't make any faces. Don't sigh. Don't laugh. Don't do any of that. Just listen and understand. Accept those feelings. And then there'll be safety there. Because if you don't create safety for that young lady, for that woman, guess what? Your relationship forecast is going to be distance and a chance of rejection. Distance and a chance of rejection. Because she can't trust you with her feelings. And so if you do not value or if you do not accept her feelings, guess what? Your relationship forecast is going to be distance and rejection. She's going to push you away. She's going to shy away from you. She's not going to open up to you. And it could be some rejection because she doesn't feel emotionally safe. So you got to understand empathy to understand how to deal with the person and predict and forecast what's going to happen. You can shut down a lot of arguments by just listening and smiling and having positive body language while she's talking. Don't come with a solution. Don't interject. Just listen and respond. You can even smile and show interest and concern. And guess what? You'll solve 99% of your problems when she's speaking to you. People don't get better with time. Individuals may, but people don't. Society has continually gotten worse and worse and worse every generation. Every civilization has gotten worse, worse, and worse. People don't get better with time. So when you're forecasting, you have to go off the probability that your spouse, your partner, is not going to get better, but worse over time. And you can easily predict the areas they're going to get worse in by what they value. Just that simple. Whatever they value, that's going to stay at least the same or maybe even get better. But whatever they don't value is going to get worse. Going to get worse. Like I said, individuals. So some people do get better. Some people might improve. Some people might do some self-work, some self-help, and actually become a better person. But most people get worse with time. So when you're forecasting, you have to understand that the things that they value, their morality, those things will probably stay the same. Their character will probably still stay the same. But guess what? The things that they do not value will get worse. They're going to get worse. And so if what's important to you is not important to them, then guess what? They're not going to value what's important to you. It's just that simple. People do not get better with time. And so if you understand that, just like storms don't get better with time, they usually only get worse and then they leave. The storm doesn't get better, it leaves. People are the same way. People don't get better, they leave. So if you understand that, you need to be able to forecast and understand what a person values, what their character is, and understand what's important to them. Once you understand what's important to them, you'll know how they're going to treat and respond to people in the future. If money is important to them, they're going to prioritize it over you because that's their value system. That's what's important to them. But if you or love or pleasing you or understanding you is a part of their value system, guess what? Then you're in a good relationship. But if it's not, I can guarantee you it's going to be cloudy with a chance of breakup. It's going to be storming, flooding, hailing with a chance of pain and damage. So I hope you truly understand now that it's very easy to predict. It's very easy to forecast people's behaviors on one simple thing: what they value, what's important to them. Habitual behaviors. What they do over and over. If they do what they say. So many things you can zero in on and focus on. You'll understand if they're really going to be a good partner or not by what they value. So just remember, body count matters. It is a great indicator of self-value, how they value themselves. But even more so, relationship count matters because it is a barometer of how they value relationships. So if they have a high body count and a high relationship count, please do not date them. Please do not marry them. Those people need work. Those people need help. Man, so now you know how to forecast. Man, you need to focus in on what is important and what other people value. Their morals, their character. Those things really, really matter in how to forecast the future. Their habitual patterns of behavior. Gotta key in on that. And understand empathy, how to think and feel like the opposite sex. You'll be able to understand them so much more. On the next episode, I'm gonna show you how to treat your partner's feelings. You're gonna learn how to be more empathetic. You're gonna learn how to understand women. You're gonna learn how to understand men, how to treat their feelings, how to respond properly, and how to do the right thing inside that relationship. Man, we're gonna have a great time. Now you know how to get it done. I showed you the sauce. You're gonna be able to forecast any relationship, any person in any relationship, and understand how they're going to be. What a wonderful podcast. I had a great time. If you like it, share it. We're trying to run it up to 1,000 subscribers. We need your help. Help your brother out. We need your help. 1,000 subscribers. Share, like, subscribe, send it out to everybody. Let them know your man's here. I'm Just Talking Podcast is here to stay. Hey, you know what it is. I went away. I came back gray. I got a lot to say. Let's go.